Now that was the general part. Now let me come to my topic that I have to talk upon. One is sociology part of GS paper 1 and then ethics. If I talk about the sociology part of paper 1, as such, sociology itself is a whole subject, so I do not expect you to read a lot on it. If you look at the questions, then you will find there are basically two categories of questions that are coming from this part. One is very general questions on urbanization, poverty, women issues, etc. And second is slightly technical questions where they might use some technical jargons or might need some concept building related to sociology. For example, on family, like life cycle of a joint family was asked. On caste, like Dalit movement was asked. So what I feel overall is, don't try to spend a lot of time on reading a lot on sociology. You can do two things. One, class 11 and class 12 NCERT, basically just try to look on those important chapters related to family, caste, social problems, and society in general. Whatever you find relevant to it, you can refer to it. Or you can refer to some value-added material that is available in the market. These two things, I think, should suffice. Don't try to get deeper into it of understanding sociology really technically, because it's a very vast subject. Apart from it, if you actually want to refer any book, then Ram Ahuja's book on social problem is also decent enough if you want to read some particular selective chapters. Apart from it, I think whatever you're reading in current affairs, general studies should overall suffice for you. So don't try to work out a lot more than this in sociology segment. Second area which I would like to talk on is ethics, where I am trying to make up questions related to philosophical part and other things. Ethics, I feel, is not a subject which wants to check your technical knowledge. It's a subject that wants to check how do you apply ethics in your personal life. And that is something that you have to portray in your answers. So when you're trying to study this subject, don't try to study this subject from a perspective that you have to learn all those thinkers, theories, and all those things. Learn it from a perspective that, yes, you have to apply all these things in ethics paper. So what to do overall? Firstly, you are referring your coaching material, or if you are taking some coaching, that is one material that you are going to use. Second, you can buy any basic book, lexicon, or say any other thing. Apart from it, don't try to read a lot on sociology. Try to think more on ethics. Try to think more on it. I'll give you some basic examples. What I did was, firstly, our syllabus has mentioned a lot of values. So I used to take up all those values one by one. Say integrity, accountability, selflessness. And after reading from a particular source, I would try to think what actually integrity means to me. And I would think of some examples related to integrity in personal and professional life. So like this, I tried to cover up on all these values which are there. That was the first thing. Second, apart from values, there are few topics, say emotional intelligence, attitude, social influence, etc. Again, I would refer to some particular book on these areas, but then I would not try to think that technically on these areas. Say if attitude is a topic, so then I would think what actually attitude means to me. How can we change attitude? Why do we need to change attitude? And then I would think of some context. Say if it's a gender issue, then how can we change attitude over there? What reward methods can be there? What punishment methods can be there? What methods of awareness and through knowledge inculcation can be there, through concentration and motivation can be there. So likewise, every topic in the paper, I would read and I would try to break it up into very simple, common layman's way, and then try to jot down some points on that. And same I would do when I would write answers. And I'll give you brief examples over it. Say, for example, there is a question that came last year that what gives you happiness? Now you don't need to write that XYZ thinker has said this is happiness and this is how we get happiness. Or even don't write like a journalist. Oh, when I play a sport, I feel happy. Or when I go or hang out, I get party, I feel happy. Neither be journalist nor write very bookish. You have to use ethics in your answer and write very contextually. So if I would have to approach this question, I would try to link it with values. What makes me feel happy, I would write, If I fulfill my social responsibilities, I feel happy. I will give examples. If I perform my duties, I feel happy. I'll give examples. If I share with others, I feel happy. I will give examples. If I accomplish my personal goals, which also have a social relevance, I feel happy. So likewise, you have used ethics and real life and tried to write your answers. And that is exactly what you have to do.